Breaking news, breaking news, and happy Saturday to everybody out there. Spent the entire day in St. Petersburg yesterday with my design partners, Argentine Group, and Bart Beck. First, I gotta say, look behind me here. A couple of things. So, number one, I'm driving a Corvette again, thanks to my friends at Enterprise Rental in Winter Park. They always hook me up. I gave Bernadine a break yesterday because I don't take her on long trips, and I rent from Enterprise often. I've been renting from them for 10 years now at that location. So whenever I can find a chance to upgrade the vehicle to something cool, and it's very appropriate today, number one, because I'm driving this Corvette, which was originally created and thought up in Detroit, Michigan, which is where I'm from. Born 1977, Wyandotte Hospital. And I have an infatuation, total love for Detroit, for what it means, where it came from, and the United States as we know it today, and the history. So behind me are railroad tracks, and what I want to talk to you about today is actually St. Petersburg, Florida, okay? Detroit connection there too. And I don't know how much of you guys know this history, but in 1888, John C. Williams, not John Williams, not the modern composer that my musician friends would know, but John C. Williams and Peter Demons from St. Petersburg, Russia. Now it might be Demons, D-E-M-E-N, so demons, I guess. They came together. Williams bought the land. Peter was in charge of the railroad tracks and bringing the railroad. And together, they founded St. Petersburg. But here's the interesting thing. They did this on a coin toss. So both gentlemen agreed that they were going to flip a coin. Whoever won the coin toss got to name the city. So guess who won the coin toss? Peter. So Peter names it St. Petersburg. And the other part, though, is that if they lost the coin toss, they got to name the first hotel in the city. So if you go to St. Petersburg today and you cruise down towards Central Avenue, which is an amazing street if you've never been there, you need to go there and just get on a bike and check everything out. But the first hotel in St. Petersburg, Florida was called the Detroit Hotel. It's now condominiums that have been converted. There's also a Detroit liquor there. There's a lot of things that are similar to Detroit. There's a Wheel and Spoke in the middle of 4th Street North. There's a Wheel and Spoke in downtown Detroit. So what you guys are gonna see in this plan that Bart and I are putting together is that we always find history. We always find ways to tell a story. I love to tell a story about a building that we're renovating. So there's going to be a lot more to come on this. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a hint. I'm not going to reveal exactly where the building is, what it's called exactly just yet. But we made a little video, a little fly through for you yesterday. And it has something to do with the Detroit references. Leland in Detroit, who knows if you know, Leland founded the first luxury car brands in Detroit. So Cadillac, Lincoln. And they actually started at Ford and GM and flipped. So Cadillac was Ford, Lincoln was GM, and with him turning and burning and taking his relationships elsewhere, those ownerships transferred to what we know today. So a lot of history there, a lot more to come on this. The coin toss is a really cool thing. It's something that I've loved and known about for a long time, just that whole kind of idea and there's so much more that we're gonna get into. But take a look at what we're putting together for this project. I'm really excited about it. Check out argentinegroup.com. These guys are my design partners that I've been working with now for over 6 years. We've done several projects together. I wanna say 50 projects together at this point, and we're getting ready to launch into working together on a lot more bigger things to come there. So just check that out. But I'm gonna turn it over now. We were a little tired yesterday. He and I both spent a lot of time working on this. I didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning after the Abaco Relief concert, but check it out. And check out the Stingray too, by the way. I know you guys love my shorts and my Kiss shirt, but look at that. I gotta tell you, it's a Corvette. I get it. A lot of people have a certain association with Corvettes, but I gotta tell you, this thing rides amazingly, and it is fast as hell. And it's actually a lot of fun to drive. So I'm keeping it for another night. Thank you, Enterprise. And we'll be back soon. So stay tuned. I can't wait to hear your feedback on this project. Thank you. Trust me. Okay, now this is for real. So Bart and I have been working on this project. Here's Bart. We're up here at the Argentine Group offices. See, this is where, if you guys we're going to work with Scheller Group and the Argentine Group, and you want to come to St. Pete to the West Coast, you can either go to my office in Winter Park, or you can come here and stare out over Tampa Bay from St. Petersburg. You can watch the pier project being built. You need a all access or a working pass to get in here, right? But here we are today because Bart and I have been working hard on a new plan in St. Petersburg. You'll see flying through in the background for a really cool classic Florida building that was built in 1965. Modeled this after the history, and we're going to get into this in detail in the future, so don't think that you're missing out right now. But the history of Detroit and St. Petersburg as it relates to the founding of St. Petersburg, and then the history of Detroit, Leland, which my Detroit friends, if you know who Leland is, tell us, but it has something to do with Cadillac and tie in Cadillac elements to this building. But we're gonna take you on a little flyby right now. Okay, so let's fly into this bad boy here. We're not giving you the name of this building yet, but it has something to do with Mr. Leland from Detroit, who founded the original luxury car divisions in the United States, Cadillac and Lincoln. And this is going to be the new entrance that we're proposing to the property. New landscape, new secured entrance gate. Because we always like to look for value, look for things that we can keep, to keep the budget down so that we can add elements of beautiful things to the mix. These existing pool pavers will be repurposed, redone. Some feature walls. We're doing a little outdoor bars underneath these staircases, adding some pergolas, dining, and check this out, some bike racks because you can bike right down 4th Street, St. Pete. Outdoor kitchen, we're adding some cafe lights, and then we got this really, really cool pergola action that we're gonna tie into elements of the stairs and carry over the top of the amenities. So, this is a classic Florida building, 1965, all solid block, beautiful. And Bart's new computer is pretty damn cool. So, you just wait. Stay tuned, as I always say. And Bart?
Flying out.
Nice word. Let's fly out. We're out of here. Trust us.